Alrighty traders, George here, and time for a look at the week ahead. Currently Monday afternoon here after the close. I've got a couple things on my radar, and I'll just go through them and show you what I'm looking at. So on the balance beam model here, a couple interesting trade scenarios present themselves. We're currently working our way into this larger scale air pocket. Not as much trading in the middle part here, and a lot more trading commitment at the actual balance beams. So we're moving off of this heavily traded area here. We put in a support swing and we're bouncing and starting to fill further through this air pocket. Through 44.40s becomes a real attractive spot to be long here. The trade scenario that I spelled out, 44.65 quarters, and that's moved a bit in favor. So whether you're long already or you're waiting to get long, you could look for a slight pullback and then a resumption of the trend or be in here at market. Looking to the left, getting up to about 88s for the initial target, then 45.16s. I've got this runaway target up here at 46.25s, which we have a very good chance of hitting if we don't make a lower low than this swing right here. But we also have to get through this spike here that's just south of 45.50. So I put in this little yellow line there to reference that. To the downside, where we are, we need to break down a bit more, and this is a bit more aggressive, but I've got 44.33s as the trigger to be short. Watch for price to stay below 44.40 if that rotation happens, and then 16s, the round number of 4400, and then things really start to get more dense as we move down. Initially, this price point here, which comes in at about 43.60s there, and then down to the swing here for that runaway. So this yellow line is analogous to basically moving into this zone here. I just have 3 targets to play with, and I want to make the extremity third target shown on these charts here. So this would be something to watch here as well. Same difference going down. But that's the scenario, and it's really here at this tipping point right in the middle. For those of you that are balance beam traders, remember to use your fib dots for the re-entries as we've talked about in training. But that's what I'm looking for the Nasdaq. Now let's check out oil. All right, now here's a look at oil, and this is another challenging trade setup here in that it's already had a big move up and a big move down, and it's sort of come back to where it's had a lot of trading commitment. So a bit higher at 46.42s sets up the long moving north. This is pretty clean to look at. Off to the left, we've got a balance beam ceiling. Things open up a bit more, and likewise up to the third target there. To the downside, we need to rally up and then break back below 20s to get short at 46.17s. And on that rally up, assuming we're going to move up and then break down, as soon as it gets over 25s and breaks back below, it's on. However, it could break higher and get you long and then break lower and stop out. So there could be some chop around this area here. Just be on guard with your risk control. Use your fib dots to also control re-entries there, as well as the pure price levels at the balance beams. But that's the scenario for oil. And then let me just show you 2 stocks on my radar. Here's Facebook. Note off to the left here we have a significant balance beam, a lot of trading commitment here, and after this whip that we saw in August, we've rallied back up to that level. We faded again, and now we're pressing right back up to that level and just moving above it right now. Long entry here, 97.33s just triggered, and with this area here holding upside targets of 113, 121s, and 139s, this is a fantastic looking break to new highs setup. This is one that's one of my favorite signals to look at. Bullish stocks breaking to new highs, crossing over balance beam commitments at the top. So as bottom feed candidates go, this is about as ugly as it gets. This is FEYE. They're a security stock. They've been selling off like crazy here. Nasty bear continuation pattern. But what's interesting about this one is you can see the trading commitment is very well broken down into these 3 main levels, and we're at this level here at the bottom. We're at $31 on this chart here. Just getting over 32s puts us over this balance beam here, and that's getting over a substantial amount of trading commitment, and this would set up the long. And if you look to the left, the air pocket, the absence of trading is pretty significant, and we could see a very good pop up to the next level, respecting the floor support area of this balance beam for that target, and then likewise for 2 and 3 up to the top there. But that's the trade setup for FEYE. It's got to do a little bit of work to set it up, but that's on my radar as well as Facebook breaking to new highs. You've got your setups for oil and the Nasdaq. Be sure to use the link at the bottom of the video. You can hop in the live room and watch me do some day trading, and also use the balance beam model to find some more great trade setups. like the ones I just showed you here. So I'll see you all back in the live room.